Have you ever wondered how an authoritative parenting style might influence the development of narcissistic traits? Let's delve into this. Authoritative parenting, often characterized by high expectations and strict rules, can significantly impact a child's upbringing, particularly in the development of narcissistic traits in males. This parenting style is a mix of demandingness and responsiveness. Authoritative parents are not just about setting rules, they also give warmth and support. They encourage independence but also maintain a level of control. It's a delicate balance, and when tipped, it can foster the growth of narcissism. When the child, particularly a male, consistently tries to meet high expectations and faces constant pressure, they may develop a sense of entitlement, superiority, and lack of empathy, key traits of narcissism. Understanding this connection between authoritative parenting and narcissism is crucial. Understanding the roots of narcissism can help us navigate its challenges more effectively. How might high expectations and pressure for achievement contribute to narcissistic tendencies? Picture a child growing up in an environment where the bar is always set just a bit higher than they can reach. The constant push to excel, to be better, to never settle for good enough can be both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, it instills a strong work ethic and a drive to succeed. On the other, it can foster a feeling of never being enough, a fear of failure, and an overblown sense of self-importance as a defense mechanism. This is where narcissistic tendencies can take root. The child, in their quest to meet these high expectations, may develop an inflated sense of their own importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. All these traits are hallmarks of narcissism. The drive for perfection can often mask deeper insecurities. Do you know how the need for perfectionism and control can affect interpersonal relationships? It's a fascinating yet complex dynamic. In someone raised in an authoritative environment, these traits can become deeply ingrained. For a male narcissist, this often manifests as a need to maintain control in relationships, especially with women. This control can take many forms: dictating how things should be done, asserting dominance, or even using manipulation to maintain the upper hand. The goal is always the same: to maintain a sense of order and perfection that aligns with their worldview. But remember, at the heart of this control is often a profound fear, the fear of vulnerability. By demanding perfection, they avoid confronting their own insecurities or perceived weaknesses. They create a shield, protecting themselves from criticism, rejection, or any form of emotional discomfort. The desire for control can often stem from a fear of vulnerability. How does an authoritative parenting style impact a person's self-esteem? That's a question that's been the subject of much research and discussion. In the case of a male narcissist, the effects can be quite profound and paradoxical. While on the surface, a narcissist may appear confident, even arrogant, this is often a facade. The high expectations and constant pressure for perfection that's characteristic of authoritative parenting can lead to a deep-seated insecurity, a sense of never being good enough. This insecurity can manifest itself as a fragile self-esteem that's overly dependent on external validation and achievement. In a desperate bid to protect this fragile self-esteem, the narcissist may adopt a persona of superiority and invulnerability. But beneath the surface, there is often a constant fear of failure and a desperate need for approval. The irony is that the very behaviors meant to protect their self-esteem can often end up undermining it further. A fragile self-esteem can often hide behind a mask of superiority. How might authoritative parenting shape a narcissist's approach to relationships? When it comes to relationships, narcissists raised under an authoritative parenting style often exhibit distinct patterns. They may demand perfection from their partners, mirroring the high standards they were raised to meet. This can result in a power dynamic where they constantly critique and belittle their partner to maintain control. Furthermore, they may have an inflated sense of self-importance and expect their needs to always take priority. This could lead to a lack of empathy for their partner's feelings and disregard for their needs. In pursuit of maintaining control, they might resort to manipulative tactics such as gaslighting. This is a form of psychological manipulation where they cause their partners to question their own sanity. All these patterns stem from their upbringing, where they were taught to strive for perfection and control. Understanding these patterns can help us navigate relationships with narcissists more effectively. What are some early signs and behaviors that might indicate the influence of an authoritative upbringing? Let's delve into the red flags that might hint at a narcissistic personality molded by an authoritative parenting style. One of the prominent signs is a constant need for admiration, validation, and attention. They often harbor a grandiose sense of self-importance, believing that they are superior to others. Another common trait is a lack of empathy, which is the inability to understand or share the feelings of others. This often leads to exploitative behavior, as they might use others to achieve their own goals without considering the impact on those around them. You might also notice a relentless pursuit of perfectionism, coupled with an incessant need for control. This could manifest as rigidly defined roles within relationships, or a refusal to acknowledge and respect the boundaries set by others. Finally, there might be a noticeable sense of entitlement, where they expect preferential treatment without reciprocation. Recognizing these signs can be the first step towards healthier interactions. How can women recognize and cope with control tactics from a narcissist with an authoritative upbringing? This question brings us to a crucial point of discussion. Control tactics can manifest in various ways, subtle or overt. They can be as simple as dictating your choice of attire, or as complex as manipulating your emotions. The first step is recognizing these tactics, and that starts with self-awareness. Understand what feels off in the dynamic and trust your intuition. Next comes the coping part. It's about self-protection and firmly asserting your autonomy. Remember, it's okay to say no, and it's okay to put your needs first. Don't allow guilt or fear to sway you from standing your ground. Seek to understand the situation, but don't feel obliged to fix or change the narcissist. That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to yourself, your well-being, and your happiness. Empowerment comes from understanding and setting boundaries. How can women set and enforce healthy boundaries in relationships with narcissists from authoritative backgrounds? Setting firm boundaries is a form of self-care and self-respect. It involves clearly defining what is acceptable behavior and what isn't. It's about understanding your worth and standing up for yourself. It's about saying no when something doesn't feel right, and not feeling guilty about it. In relationships with narcissists from authoritative backgrounds, boundaries can often get blurred. It's crucial to stay assertive and consistent with your boundaries. Remember, it's not about controlling the other person, but about controlling your own reactions and responses. A good starting point is to identify your limits, communicate them clearly, and then stick to them. It's okay to say no. It's okay to walk away if your boundaries are not respected. In the end, it's all about maintaining your self-respect and ensuring your emotional well-being. Never compromise on your self-worth for the sake of appeasing others. Boundaries are essential for maintaining respect and balance in relationships. How can women build emotional resilience when dealing with a narcissist? Emotional resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, is a key component to maintaining your well-being amidst the challenges posed by a narcissist's authoritative upbringing. Here are a few strategies to help you cultivate this resilience. Firstly, practice self-care. This means taking care of your physical health, but also your emotional and mental health. It could be as simple as taking a walk in the park, reading a book, or spending time with loved ones. Secondly, maintain a positive outlook. It's easy to get bogged down by the negativity a narcissist can bring into your life, but remember, you are in control of your own happiness. Thirdly, set achievable goals for yourself. This can help boost your self-esteem and give you a sense of control. Lastly, remember to practice self-compassion. Understand that it's okay to feel hurt, and it's okay to take time to heal. Resilience is the key to overcoming challenges and fostering growth. Why is seeking support important when dealing with a narcissist from an authoritative background? You might wonder. Let's delve into that. Embarking on this journey alone can be challenging. When you're dealing with the complexities of relationships with narcissists from authoritative backgrounds, it's essential to remember that you don't have to face these issues single-handedly. It might feel like a solitary battle, but it doesn't have to be. Reach out to those around you. Friends and family can offer comfort, perspective, and a listening ear. Their support can be a beacon of hope in challenging times. And let's not forget professionals. Therapists and counselors are equipped with the tools to navigate these intricate dynamics. They can provide invaluable guidance, helping you to understand and cope with the situation you're in. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to lean on others. You are not alone. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness.